Hey y'all, it's Bailey. Welcome back to the channel and thanks so much for tuning in to what's going to be an empties video. Not only have I been accumulating these for pretty much since my last empties video, but I'm also getting ready to move. And so some of these items aren't totally down to the end, you'll see, but because I'm not gonna be filming around the days that I'm moving because it's gonna get chaotic, as anyone who has moved will know. But as a result, these are things that I anticipate finishing up before that process starts, but I would rather throw them away than carry them with me, only to talk about them months from now, if you know what I'm saying. So it's a mixture of those. Let's just go ahead and dive in. First up is a makeup brush cleaner, the only one I ever use now, basically. It's the Cinema Secrets. This is the blue stuff. You can't tell now, obviously, but this is a big blue bottle, and this is the second one of these that I have gone through of this size. So it's amazing. It's the only stuff I use to clean my brushes because it's so easy. It's actually a little like soy sauce dish for sushi, but it's also perfect for this because you just dip your brush in and then I swirl it on a paper towel to make sure all the product comes off. Once the brush starts wiping clean, or like nothing looks like it's coming, or clear, nothing looks like it's coming off of the brush, that's how I know it's clean, and I set it to dry. And this stuff, it dries so fast. It's not like, you know, soap and water where it takes a day, sometimes even two, and your brushes are out of commission for that long. I just really like this. It does smell pretty heavily of vanilla, and your brushes really lingers on your brushes for a good amount of time. So if you're sensitive to scents, this might not be a good option for you, but I'm not sensitive to it, and as far as the convenience factor goes, it's just unbeatable. So we'll absolutely be repurchasing. And I buy mine from Amazon, by the way. I find they're a little bit more, naturally, a little bit more competitive than Sephora, and so I do believe Sephora sells these in this size as well, but I just get mine from Amazon. Next up are the Peter Thomas Roth Acne Clear Invisible Dots. These are an acne treatment with 0.5% salicylic acid. I talked about these recently in the how to treat / get rid of or minimize lip acne, but I use them all over my face. Basically, there are these clear little dots. They come in two sizes, one sort of smaller, one sort of bigger, and I place them directly over the area that I want to treat. It's a highly concentrated formula. I leave it on overnight and consistently impressed with how they minimize my blemishes. They might not make them disappear immediately overnight, but any undergrounders that you feel coming on, it will definitely help keep those at bay and minimize redness and stuff. I just find it's a great acne treatment for me specifically. My skin tends to react really well to salicylic acid though, so just keep that in mind. That's the active ingredient here. The one thing I will say though is if you have anywhere you need to be bright and early in the morning, like a workout or something where you kind of shoot out of bed with 5 minutes to spare just to get to the gym or whatever it is, you might forget these are on your face and people might look at you like you're crazy for having, you know, they're pretty invisible, but they're not completely invisible. They still look very shiny on your skin, and so you can easily forget about them. They're very comfortable. I mean, that's a good indicator of how comfortable they are. You can just forget about them on your face, but it has happened to me, so beware. Long story short, I will definitely be repurchasing these. This comes with 72 clear dots. I think there is one, this is a press sample, but in looking at them on Sephora, because I'm gonna repurchase them, they have two sizes. One, this is the larger with 72 dots, and then there might be a smaller one with half the number of dots. I know I go through these, and although I can't show you now, they come in these little packs. So once you open one, not all the dots are exposed. Like the formula stays really well preserved in each of the packs. So you don't have to worry about getting through all 72 dots the second you open them. They do a really good job of compartmentalizing them so you don't have to burn through them the second you open the product. Next up is more skincare. This is the Pixi Glow Mist. They sent this to me probably October, November, before winter. I mean, it's an appropriate product to like add extra moisture, so just in time for the dry winter months. Texas does not get nearly as dry as, you know, when I was living up in Chicago, and I have combo skin to begin with, so I was a little skeptical with how much this would actually help my skin, but I did find that in those drier months, for as dry as Texas can get in the winter, this really did help. I don't always find that I need to amp up my moisturizer all that much, so a thin layer of whether it's an oil that I add to my foundation or my moisturizer, or a thin layer of mist that can add that extra layer of hydration, that's more my speed when it comes to my combo skin and drier months. So I really found this was helpful, but as the warmer weather has come around, it is majorly contributing to makeup breakdown for me, even if I'm only using it at night. And this does say you can use it at night, before applying makeup, and after applying makeup to set. Even if I'm only applying this at night, I just noticed that my skin is a little bit excessively hydrated, and so that just really comes through as a greasy shine throughout the day. So no, this is not all the way gone, but I am done with it, and so I am gonna give it to somebody that has a drier skin type that can appreciate this more year-round than I can, but for me it is donezo, and because the next time I'll come back to it is likely next fall, winter, it will more than likely be not great to use. So I'm gonna give it to someone that can actually enjoy it. In the meantime, they recently sent a pack of all 4 of these mists, including another one of these glow mists, but in looking through some of the other mists they have, I found the Pixie Vitamin Makeup Mist. This is with orange blossom and citrus extracts, and this is what I have been going to instead because it gives my skin a little bit of a lighter hydration right after I will cleanse my skin and I need to like rebalance the pH before I put another moisturizer or a treatment over the top. I will apply this, and I find it just gives my skin that extra little boost I need before continuing on to the following steps. So yes, I'm ditching this guy, but only to replace it with the Vitamin Makeup Mist. Next up is actually another Pixie product, but one that I didn't love as much as the others. This, and which might surprise a lot of people because I feel like this has kind of garnered a lot of YouTube fame. It's the Glow Tonic. It's an exfoliating toner with 5% glycolic acid and aloe vera and ginseng, and after hearing a lot of people use this and hearing about how it made their skin visibly just look so much brighter and, you know, minimize blemishes because it exfoliates and promotes that circulation of skin cells, I just did not notice any of that. And after using a whole bottle, which I blew through, by the way, it's super easy to get a lot of this on a cotton pad and kind of oversaturate it. I feel like it was really easy to go through this, but after going through a whole bottle, just didn't notice like any wow differences. Yeah, I could kind of leave it. It's not a fail by any means. Like, it didn't break me out or give me a reaction or anything like that, but I also just didn't notice. It's not my favorite exfoliator of all time. Up next, this is kind of a weird one. It's the Maybelline Expert Eyes Moisturizing Eye Makeup Remover for waterproof eye makeup, and I originally bought this to remove my facial makeup, but after maybe 2 uses, I was so frustrated with how greasy it made my skin feel, like the residue it left, and then if it got in my eyes, it seemed like there was this constant film in my eyes that just took forever to come out. So I stopped using it, and it sat kind of in the wings, just waiting for me to either throw it away or acknowledge it in some way. And finally, I was doing it was like a day of swatching, and I was out of wipes, and so I reached for this guy, and this is how I've been using it for over a year now at this point. So the good news is that if you are a beauty blogger or you like swatching products a lot, this is a great one to easily remove anything, whether it's a waterproof liner, a shadow that you've put over a primer. It's really good at that. I just wouldn't recommend using it on your face. So that's why I say it's kind of a weird one, because yes, I'm using it to remove makeup, but not in a way that, you know, is universally relatable to everyone who's removing makeup. So take that for what it's worth, I guess. On to some Bath & Body products. This is from Method, and it's foaming body wash with aloe and vitamin E in the scent Cucumber Mint. I've been working on this guy for a while, so the good news is this does last for forever. This is a press sample, by the way. So they sent it to me forever ago, along with another scent that I haven't quite yet cracked into. So the good news is this lasts for forever. You can see I'm still not done with it, but I'm definitely not gonna move with this because that's not a whole lot. So I'm gonna try and plow through it before I do. But in the meantime, I thought I'd share my thoughts. Overall, I have to say, I like the gratification of a foam. Like, to me, mentally, a foaming product is a working product, which is so not grounded in facts. But mentally, I do like it for that. I like the scent. I do feel like it gets me clean, and the scent lingers on me, but not in an overly perfumey, strong kind of way. Basically, it gets the job done without leaving my skin stripped. I don't notice it being overly moisturizing like I have the Soap and Glory, I forget what it's called, but I talked about it in probably my last empties video, and I repurchased it after that. That I do feel like leaves my skin more moisturized than something like this, which says it has aloe and vitamin E, but I don't know if it's the delivery method, the foaming bubbles, that just doesn't feel like it really leaves my skin all that hydrated or moisturized, but I still feel like it gets me clean. Yeah, I'm just kind of middle of the road about this. If I saw it, if it were the only product that I recognized on a shelf, I'd probably pick it up again knowing that I like it, but it might not be the first thing that I reach for if you're like, what's your favorite body wash? You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's very wishy-washy, but pun not intended. Last up are a few hair care empties. These are from the brand new. They are shampoo and conditioner, a clarifying shampoo actually, and I bought these from my hairstylist, and I forget why we were talking about it. I have very fine, thin hair, and this was before I got extensions, so it was extra fine and thin. And I think we were just talking about ways and products to use that can help lighten it up and kind of keep it very mobile, but still also retain style. And something she mentioned or recommended was a clarifying shampoo, but sometimes, or a lot of clarifying shampoos, you can't use every time you wash it, but this is one that is gentle enough to use it every time you wash your hair. And so I did. Actually, that's the conditioner. This is the shampoo. I use the shampoo every time I wash my hair, and it's also color safe as well, so really liked it. It's not a great, speaking of feeling like foaming works, it's not great at producing a nice voluminous foam, so I kind of had to get past that, but I still feel like it really got my hair not super squeaky clean, like feeling stripped, but it definitely felt like it got any product buildup out and away from my root, which is a big part of how it could weigh my hair down, because I'm constantly using root boosting sprays and mousses and dry shampoo. And so just over, you know, a day or two of not washing my hair, that product buildup can just really weigh my hair down. And so I find that this takes it away without making my hair feel too stripped. And then the conditioner is nice as well. It's a very thin conditioner naturally, because you don't want to weigh your hair down. So I just would put that kind of middle of the shaft to the end. I wouldn't say it's anything that I must have. I have another leave-in conditioner that I would use after the fact, because this definitely, you know, on especially dry days when my hair would be tangled around the nape of my neck, this wouldn't quite do the trick to get it out. But for the most part, it was okay. I would less recommend the conditioner, but definitely recommend the shampoo. Also, they smell like aromatherapy. I don't know if it's like eucalyptus, but it has like that minty herbal smell that when you're in your shower and it's a nice hot shower and it like amplifies the scent of it. Oh, it smells like you're in a spa. So gotta love that too. And last up for empties, speaking of root boost spray, this is Aveda's thickening tonic. This is like the 5th bottle I have been through. I first started using this because my mom used it in conjunction with the Femollient, which I also have, and I'm about halfway through another bottle of that. But ever since she got me hooked on that, I've been blowing through these guys. Aveda themselves has sent me a few bottles, and I've purchased a few bottles from my hairstylist. I love this stuff. I will absolutely still repurchase it, because I think using it, especially in conjunction with that Femollient, just helps add weightless body to my hair. You know, for us fine, thin-haired gals out there, you want the volume, but you don't want anything weighing it down. And I find that's what this does for me. As far as use goes, I used to spray it like at the root of my hair and then use Femollient everywhere else, but the fact of the matter is I've gotten so lazy that I'll roughly part my hair and spray it there, but then I'll just kind of give my whole head like a quick spritz and then kind of call it a day before going in with the Femollient. But I love it. I love it either way, no matter how I use it. So that is that. And those are all my empties, guys. I hope you enjoyed hearing about them. If you've tried them, let me know your thoughts about them in the comments below. But yeah, that's it from me. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye, guys.